Heritage, and welcome into our Thursday edition of the 5-Star News. I'm Brady Hawkins.
And I'm Neely Bailey, and we have a lot to cover today.
We will talk about our upcoming play for AP and Honors English students, as well as our new outdoor classroom coming to Heritage.
All that and more coming up next on the show.
Now let's get right into the news.
Here's our 5-Star News reporters Alex Potosan and Robert Ricketts with What's Up Heritage.
What's up, Heritage? I'm Alex Potosan, and we've got some announcements for you today. Seniors, don't forget, on Friday during lunch, Johnson's going to be here for your senior orders. And also on Friday, Heritage High School is going to be hosting a production of the Shakespeare play, The Tempest. Go see your English teacher for more details. And then on Tuesday, there's going to be a teen maze trip for sophomores, so don't forget. I'll hand it over to Robert Ricketts for our 5-day weather forecast.
Thanks, Alex. Now here's your 5-day weather forecast. Today, we're going to have a high of 96 with a low of 69. And then on Friday, we're going to have a high of 96 with a low of 71 with a 20% chance of rain. Then Saturday, we're going to have a high of 89 with a low of 69 and a 40% chance of rain. Sunday, we're going to have a high of 89, a low of 69 with a 20% chance of rain. And on Monday, we're going to have a high of 84 and a low of 69 with a 40% chance of rain.
Thanks, guys, for that update. Neely, have you heard about anything about the new outdoor classroom coming to Heritage?
No, what's it all about, Brady?
I don't really know, but here's 5-Star's news reporter Cooper Terry and Kayla Cumby to tell us more of the report.
We did receive some exciting news regarding our a grant, a $100,000 grant for our Heritage Outdoor Classroom, Learning Classroom, and really, really cool story. Taylor Dyer, which many of you guys know, I believe it was his junior year, and our kids, our ag kids, FFA kids, had visiting a neighboring school and program, and they had one. It had an outdoor classroom specific for ag with a lab and the whole thing. And he kind of looked at me this year and goes, well, why don't we have one of these things, one of these classrooms? That's kind of where it started. And Miss Shear, which is now Miss Handy, I'm still not used to that, but Miss Shear encouraged him to advocate for himself, get proactive. And so sure enough, that's what he did. He wrote letters to, I believe, everybody, including the governor, to Senator Mullis, I believe he got on board. And a year later, sure enough, we were notified that we were awarded a grant. So it's a project that'll kind of start within the next year, and it's going to start off as like an outdoor pavilion first, and then we're going to come back when we get some more funds down the road and fill it in with walls and whatnot.
Thanks for that, you two. Looks like it's going to be a cool addition to the General's campus.
Sure does, Neely. Have you heard anything about the upcoming Tempest play?
Yeah, it seems pretty cool, but I don't really know anything about it.
Well, you're in luck, because it's going to be this Friday, and our 5-Star News reporters Morgan Trotter and Isaiah Lewis talk to some teachers and students about what it's all about.
All right, so I'm going to the Tempest play because I'm in Mr. Peace's second block class, and he offered us extra credit if we go to the play. And, I mean, why not go sit down and watch a play that one of the best people of all time wrote? I mean, I think that's pretty cool, and I get rewarded in the process for doing an assignment, so why not?
I'm going to the Tempest play to get my summer reading scores up because they're really bad. But hopefully the play is going to be good because it was only $5 and no people are going to be in there distracting people because it's only honors and AP students.
On a production of The Tempest, which is Shakespeare's last play. It's also a little unusual in that normally high school students see productions or read Shakespeare's tragedies, and The Tempest is not a tragedy, it's a comedy. So it's unusual in that respect for high school students. The play itself is considered by scholars to be sort of like Shakespeare's commentary on theater. The guy on the island ends up being sort of a wizard, and so he creates a bunch of scenes that scare or entertain the different people that end up on the island. And so a lot of people consider it to be sort of him commenting on being a playwright himself and creating scenes that entertain or terrify people.
Thanks for that story. I definitely want to see that play.
Me too, Neely. And after the break, stick around for sports and a brand new edition of our very own The Bus Stop.
That's right. You don't want to miss it. Stay tuned.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this Thursday edition of the 5-Star Sports. I'm Jackson Martin.
And I'm Luke Bussey.
After our first 3 wins, I can't wait for tomorrow night's football game against Pepperell.
Me either. Are you going to the game?
Probably, especially since I play on the team, Luke.
I figured it should be a good game. The Dragons knocked off Pickens last Friday night, and those Dragons were preseason favorites to win our region.
Yep, it's going to be a tough one for sure. Let's send it over to Cade Collins, Jalen Hood, and Ryan Haley with a look at tomorrow night's game.
Yeah, Pepperell's a really good football team, very talented, probably the best team we'll play in the regular season. Well coached on both sides of the ball.
They're pretty good. I mean, they have a good quarterback, but I think we're better and we're going to come out on top.
Just really continue what we've been doing over the past 3 weeks, taking care of the football, our offense really just grinding the clock and being able to pound people up front. Really, if we win the turnover battle and win the rushing battle, I think we'll win the game.
Pepperell's going to be good. Pepperell will be good, so there ain't no off weeks for us.
Good luck, guys. Let's keep the streak going.
Hey, Luke, are you going to the cheer competition this weekend?
No, I'm not. Why?
On the cheer team is having their first competition this Saturday down at Pepperell, and I did not know if you were competing.
No, I'm going to leave that to our actual cheerleaders.
Okay, well, let's send it over to Neely Bailey and Preston McDade for the preview of the competition.
Saturday is a big day for the cheer team. We have our first competition in Pepperell, and we've been practicing really hard all season and practicing every day, and we're hoping to hit our stunts and get a big win for my birthday.
I am Miss Ellis, one of the cheerleading coaches at Heritage. We have our first competition at Pepperell High School Saturday. We're super excited. We've been working all summer and really hard this school year. We're going to see Cedartown at the competition, which is one of our big competitors at state, so we're super excited.
We only have one team against us this weekend, but we've been going to our gym in Dalton to get other teams' feedbacks and see what they think about our routine, and we're hoping that it pays off so we can get a win in our competition this weekend.
Good luck to our girls.
On a Skills USA kickball now.
Jackson, have you been practicing your kicking skills?
Yes, I have.
With me and you in there, the lineup for the Skills USA, there's no way we can lose.
Well, duh. Let's send it over to Zach Locke, CJ King, and Cameron Smith to see what they have to say about the Skills fundraiser.
Yeah, we've got a big event coming up for Skills USA and the school here at Heritage. It's our annual Skills USA Kickball fundraiser, and it's a pretty cool thing that the Skills USA guys are putting on. That's Miss Bird, myself, Vaughn Crane, and Coach Dotson. Basically, we get together and clubs will play each other in kickball. It's a tournament type setting, and so we'll have FCC LA in there. We'll have HOSA in there. Skills, of course, will have a team. I think Miss Shearer will have a team with our agriculture program, and it's just a lot of fun. We get out there on early dismissal. We pay a few bucks to sign up, and it's pretty competitive. It's kickball, so everybody knows how to play. I think last year we had a lot of students out there, had a good time. I can't really remember who won because I'm pretty competitive, and we didn't win, and we kind of got shafted. You know, the umpires were really bad, and so I didn't really even stick around to see who won. But it was a lot of fun. There's a lot of people playing, and all the proceeds go to our Skills USA.
All right, kickball kickoff for Skills USA, FBLA, FCCLA, and HOSA, and any other club, I guess, that's participating. But October the 2nd is the kickoff for kickball. Was it a lot of fun?
Yes, it was extremely fun.
There you go. It was extremely fun. So if you're interested in being part of the club, just show up October the 2nd, pay your dues, and you can play kickball.
All right, so last year I competed in the Skills USA kickball tournament, and it was really fun and had a great time. Everybody that's in Skills USA competes in the tournament on the Skills USA team, goes against Mr. Crane's class, public safety, and Miss Bird's class, stuff like that. And then, yeah, there's going to be a trophy this year, I heard, and whoever wins will get the trophy and compete next year.
Sounds like a pretty fun event.
To fantasy football now, and the entire school has been abuzz this week after the first week of the NFL season.
Yes, fantasy football seems to be taking over the nation, so we here at the show wanted to jump in on the excitement.
Yes, we are, bringing you a new segment for the rest of the football season called the 5-Star Fantasy.
It's where we select 2 contestants to compete in fantasy for a week. We'll see their picks, and then we'll let you know who wins each week. Here's 5-Star Entertainment reporters Cameron Smith and Brady Hawkins with this week's first matchup.
This weekend's matchup is Mike Buckler versus Aaron Hilliard.
All right, I have Lamar Jackson for quarterback. I have Shaquan Barkley for running back. I have Amari Cooper for receiver. And then I've got Ravens defense.
I got at quarterback, I've got Kyler Murray. At my running back, I've got Austin Eckler. My receiver, I've got Alshon Jeffrey. And then in my defense, I've got the Jets.
Welcome into 5-Star Fantasy, everybody. I'm here with Brady Hawkins, and we're going to go through some of the sleepers and some of the best players in this draft.
So yeah, there was a lot of good people to pick from. You could have went from anywhere from Alvin Kamara to Lamar Jackson, and some people got picked, some people didn't. There's going to be a few that maybe should have got taken that didn't, and maybe some that did that shouldn't have. So
yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this matchup goes. But yeah, we can get to you on some of the best picks and some of the worst picks.
I think definitely one of the best picks had to have been Lamar Jackson. I mean, you saw how many points he put up last week. There's no reason to think that he wouldn't do that again.
And to think that he was taken behind Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
I mean, Lamar Jackson was the best quarterback on the list, in my opinion. But as we know, for every good thing, there's the equal and opposite bad thing. Who do you think was the worst pick?
The worst pick? Honestly, it might be Kyler Murray. He hasn't really, to me, he hasn't really proved himself. I think Lamar Jackson was a much safer pick. But I don't doubt that he can do good, but I think I need to see it more consistently and just longer for it to actually me want to pick him.
Yeah, and maybe, you know, the Jets defense is another one of those that got picked over like the Texans. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Jets are good, but they're going up against Tom Brady and those goons in New
England, yeah.
Yeah,
that's going to be a hard matchup for sure, but overall, who do you think really, like, stacked up against each other, who do you think has a better team?
I got to go Mr. Buckler here. I mean, I'm just looking at it. He got the steal in Kyler Murray. I think he got, you know, the best running back. He got Saquon. And honestly, I think his receiver was even a little bit better than Alshon Jeffrey. So,
yeah. I think no matter what, it's going to come down to the wire probably. But I'm excited to see what actually happens.
All right, we'll get right back to you next week. This has been 5-Star Fantasy.
Sounds like this weekend is going to be a busy one for our sports teams.
Finally, under our last story here on the show.
We sure have saved the best for last, haven't we, Brady?
I agree, Neely. Busty and his team never fail to entertain us here on the studio.
Take it away, guys.
I'm Luke Bussey, and this is the Bus Stop. If you were on the college football selection committee, who would your top 4 teams be?
Oh, it's a no-brainer. Alabama, Georgia, not Texas, LSU. And who would be, number 4 really doesn't matter because those top 3 in the SEC. So Alabama, Georgia, LSU, that's top 3. You can throw anybody else in there, and it's not going to matter anyway, right?
That's true.
Oh, wow. Well, that's at this point, it's a little early to say, but obviously I put Georgia definitely in the top 4. Alabama, I guess, but I really don't think they're as good as they have been. And LSU, I'd throw LSU in. I mean, that's 3 SEC teams, so let's see. I can't really think of a 4th SEC team. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Oklahoma, just since they have an SEC quarterback in Jalen Hurd. I would go with Oklahoma. But, it's really anybody's ball game at this point. But, and definitely you can go ahead and count out Tennessee. They're not in there. They're not ever going to be in there. So.
Georgia, number 1. Alabama. I hate to say that, but I say Alabama. Clemson. And I'm going to say I got a lot of friends. I would say maybe Tennessee.
If Heritage High School's football team had a fantasy draft, who would you choose first?
Coach Terry and I do this all the time. We'll say, I got $1 on Nick Hansen, or give me $1 on Jeffrey Curtis. But this year I'd probably have to say, if I had to pick a fantasy player on this team right now, they've got some pretty good weapons on offense. I might go with slick Nick Hansen, man. I like the way he throws the ball.
Oh, my gosh. Well, I mean, that Sam kid, I think I'd choose him first because, 3 touchdowns in 1 game, 1/2. I'd choose him.
Okay.
For the fantasy football, the team or the player's name?
Yeah, for our school.
There's several of them. I don't know. The quarterback, the running back. I really don't know their names, but they know who they are.
What is Pepperell's mascot?
Well, I know the answer to this one just because I was online yesterday looking into how we're going to stream the games. They're actually the Dragons, and it'll be time to slay the Dragons tomorrow night.
Oh, my gosh. Pepperell, I don't know. Horned Frog? I don't know.
Where's Pepper at? What do you mean their mascot? I don't even know. You asking me where's Pepper at? What state is that in?
I think it's in Georgia.
I think it's in Georgia. Let me have that. I have no idea what their mascot is. I don't even think they have a mascot. It might be the guy that works at Burger King. I don't know.
That has to be my favorite episode of The Bus Stop.
Well, they're always pretty good.
That's all the time we have for this Thursday edition of the 5 Star News.
We'll be back on Thursday with a brand new show, so until then,
Stay classy, Heritage.